I'm excited to introduce Gemma Glasser first, who will start our presentation. She's a gemologist, designer, curator, and historian specializing in antique jewelry. She spent 18 years working in design and fine jewelry in Seattle, San Francisco, and New York City before coming back home to Orcas. She and her fiance Cole own Primavera, a fine jewelry store and landscape design build firm in East Sound. And our other presenter, Kimberly Wilder, she comes from two generations of flower farmers in upstate New York, and along with her husband Kelly, operates a small but mighty flower farm and floral design studio here on Orcas, specializing in unique and heirloom flower varieties. She believes flowers are the most thoughtful form of storytelling. So please welcome Gemma.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. I'm just going to do a little brief overview here on flowers, and particularly floral iconography and motifs in Victorian and Georgian jewelry. So as we all know, throughout human history, we've looked to the beauty and the ephemerality of flowers to find meaning and beauty in our lives, and also to mark the most important moments in our lives. Jewelry is just the same. We create it and we curate it and we have it for different moments that are important. Life, death, marriage, remembrance. And so I guess with that beautiful need for jewels, that's what I love about antiques, is the way that they commemorate different moments in life and also in our history. So when we look through Victorian and Georgian pieces, we'll often find flowers. And so up here, I have a little curation of pieces from those time periods. I'm particularly going to talk about roses. So roses are, of course, our everlasting symbol of love. And they also, in the Victorian world, they're symbolized a really complex array of different meanings. Florography is the language of flowers, and in the Victorian era, people often didn't really find it appropriate to express their feelings or their lust or in any sort of way. So they would instead give tokens of live flowers, or in this case, also jewels that are floral shaped. So roses, of course, are iconic, symbol of love. Forget-me-nots are also a really interesting one that we see throughout time, but particularly in the Victorian era. Forget-me-nots are an emblem of constancy, remembrance. They can be a symbol of mourning as well as a symbol of love. They often I will see in Georgian or Victorian pieces engraving on the backs of Victorian jewels with forget-me-nots as a mourning piece, which is really beautiful. Pansies are another classic. That's a real other symbol of love in the Victorian era. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me better?
The people in the back one.
Oh. Okay. Can you all hear me? Okay. So pansies are a really fabulous symbol of love in the Victorian era, and it originates from the word penser, meaning to think or thought. And in the Victorian era, they would be a symbol of love, a token of courtship, and they simply say, "I'm thinking of you." And if you come up and chat with me, I'm happy to show you this selection that I curated particularly for this event from my collection at Primavera. But we have entirely, all the pieces up here are floral. So yeah, feel free if I don't know if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to chat. But thank you. And this is Kimberly, our fabulous florist and floral designer, and here she is.
I'm going to talk about florals in weddings and also in bouquets, because those are two of the things that I spend most of my time doing. So I prepared a few notes here, so bear with me. Before I do that, I just wanted to talk about our flower farm really quickly. My husband and I have a small flower farm here in Orcas down by the ferry, and we primarily grow dahlias, which dahlias have a special meaning. It means lasting bond and commitment. And I thought that was appropriate for my husband and I. I remember growing up in upstate New York on a flower farm with my mom and my grandmother. And my mom grew gladiolas. I'm not sure why to this day, but she loved them. So did I. And my grandmother loved sweet peas and peonies. So every time I see those three flowers, I always remember my mom and my grandmother. And sweet peas have a special meaning that I took from this book, which I really love. It's called Flowers and Their Meanings. They mean delicate pleasures and gratitude. And at one time, the species was barely noticed, but crossbreeding during the Victorian era produced new sensational varieties, and it's been extremely popular ever since. We have sweet peas and sweet pea frenzies every January and February with people and farms producing their own varieties of sweet peas. These are so beautiful. So they sell out every year. In fact, there's a woman who just has a farm that produces sweet peas. So they're extremely popular, and we're going to make a bouquet with them in just a minute. Oh, let's see. The custom of the white bridal bouquet began in Greece. And it represented purity, and they featured a variety of white blooms, including garlic. I don't know why, but that's something to research later. In ancient England, it was believed that the remnants of the bride's dress or bouquet would bring good luck. This is why we have the modern day bouquet toss. In ancient England, people would literally rip the bride's dress and bouquet off. So we've become a little bit more civilized and have the wedding day bouquet toss. I don't know if you all love Princess Diana, but I do. I did. And a story that I found in this book, which was extremely interesting. Queen Victoria, she wore a crown of orange blossoms on her wedding day. She loved everything floral, and so she knew the meaning behind the orange blossom, which meant chastity, marriage, and fertility. Early in their marriage, Prince Albert's grandmother gifted them a myrtle bush. And ever since then, the myrtle has been in every single British bouquet, including Princess Diana's. Princess Diana's bouquet had ivy in it for marriage, gardenias, which means transport of joy, lily of the valley, which means return of happiness, veronica, which means fidelity, and also tucked in were 2 yellow roses for Prince Charles' grandfather, Lord Mountbatten, presumably placed in his memory, but I'm not sure if everyone knows what a yellow rose means. Also, jealousy. Something to think about. So when I get a call for a wedding these days, people don't normally say to me, I want a peony because it means such and such. They're looking at their Pinterest board or looking at previous friends' weddings and asking me for a specific color palette. So it's kind of up to me to suggest flowers that mean something on their wedding day. Sometimes they appreciate it. Sometimes they really just have a color palette in mind and flowers that they like, and that's what they're going to do. Some of the flowers that I like to suggest are peonies. These are white peonies. They are not in season at this time of year. Someone special gave them to me, so they mean prosperity, good luck, and a happy life. And they make great gifts for a housewarming as well, for those embarking on a new, exciting adventure in life. White phlox. It smells really good. This means unity and harmony. Another one that I love to put in bridal bouquets. Believe it or not, carnation. This is a symbol of strong and pure love. Also, a symbol of women's friendship, which I like to give in bouquets, and also to people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And white tweedia. This is one of my favorites to use in bridal bouquets. It means peace, purity, and trust, along with hope, serenity, and new beginnings. It has a little white sap on it because it's a member of the euphorbia plant, which sometimes people are allergic to, so I won't give it to you, Jody. I know you are. And the last are tulips. In this book, there are probably 5 or 6 pages dedicated to tulips. I didn't realize that. But they mean perfect love and elegance. And they're also, the bulbs are edible, which I didn't know either.
Squirrels.
The last is stock. This is stock and it has a clove-like scent. And it means lasting beauty. This is also an edible flower. It's a relative of the cabbage. And it lasts a really long time. I love to use it in bouquets. The last one, as you all know, is a red rose. I don't use this much in bouquets because people don't usually want a red bouquet, but it would be cool if they did. This means true love. Now, if you give it as a single flower, it means that your emotions are clear and straightforward. I love you. You can mix it in a bouquet with a white rose, and that can mean friendship. So there are many different ways to give bouquets. You can give a single flower, or a bouquet. I'm going to make a bouquet right now, with a bunch of flowers that mean friendship. So this is Alstroemeria. This is also a wonderful, long-lasting flower. This means mutual support, devotion, and strength. So we talked about the carnation. I might have to put this microphone down. Can you hear me or no? No, you can't hear me. I'll just gather them together. How about that? Okay. So there's a carnation. I'm going to use a white lily because this,
I'm gonna hold it.
you're gonna hold it?
I am gonna hold it. I'm gonna be the microphone stick.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so, pink roses, they have two meanings. This is a standard pink rose. This is a perfect way to say thank you. This is a pink spray rose. In this book, it means if you love me, you will find out. I'm gonna put this in there too. Some white phlox. Couple of these. And definitely a peony and some sweet peas. And now in the book, they talk about the colors of the sweet peas. Because colors of different flowers mean something. So you don't want to put, if you're giving this as a meaningful bouquet, you don't want to put the wrong color in it. Like a yellow rose or something. So, then maybe a stalk and a tulip. Okay, great. Lastly, geranium. It's one of my favorite greenery to use in bouquets. It means true friendship. And it also smells really good. Usually my bouquets are nicer, but let me just put this together. Right. Tweedia. Thank you. Then we just tie it up. Put a little bow on it. So this is a friendship bouquet. A quick one. And pink rose. Did I say this means? Perfect way to say thank you, right? So I'm gonna give this to my friend.